by SZY saying that Kudus has trained today. He trained this morning, so great news.
That's really great news. Obviously, he was in Ghana for personal reasons, and obviously
he was there for like 24 hours.
Yeah, but he was there, and but wasn't he training? Or reportedly, he was training before that. So he comes back, isn't ready to play. I don't know did he train at all like after the Brentford game. I don't know, but back in training is great news, really great news, because the more talent we can add to our attack, the better. And he's going to be such an important player for us.
So now you're looking at it, the prospect of our attacking options going into the game this weekend: Kudus, Tell, Savio, Moore, Marmoush, Solanke.
It's looking stacked already. With Maddison, Decky to come, and hopefully Gakpo.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's a lot of options. Richarlison didn't mention.
Yeah.
I know SNY said Marmoush also trained.
Marmoush also trained today, and he is in line to be in the squad as well, which is fantastic news.
Do we think Kudus actually starts?
I don't think he'll start. I don't think he's been training for long enough to start. I think he'll be on the bench, in my opinion. But let's move on and let's talk about Cody Gakpo, because there's been a few things regarding him. Obviously, we know that Barcola got the here we go to Liverpool this morning. Could this be one of the dominoes that falls in terms of Gakpo leaving Spurs? So Fabrizio Romano says, if Gakpo goes to Spurs or Man City, Liverpool will add another winger. Otherwise, they'll keep Gakpo and stick with the current squad. Miguel Delaney says that Roberto De Zerbi is insistent that Spurs pursue Cody Gakpo. And we all know, and it's happened all summer, if De Zerbi wants his man, he gets his man.
Yeah, he's a shark. He's a shark. Let's see. I don't think they let him go unless they bring another one. And I just don't think they have the numbers. So they need to sign one more if they're going to let Cody Gakpo go. But what we do know is they're clearly going for one, like very, very hard. They've been trying for Minter. Now there's links with Ismaila Sarr going there. I think right now, the bid's been rejected as of now.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's see if they got either other players on the list or they go even harder.
Gone very quiet, hasn't it?
Mbaye's gone very quiet, but they are going for one. So I think this one, that could be done very late. Could be a deadline day job.
SZY says the noise coming out of Liverpool is the price is going to be 75 million or more. Spurs will try to get the best deal possible. He's a De Zerbi target, so a very good chance he's going to end up coming here. The price will obviously be negotiated, but after paying 85 million for Savio, they are going to go and make sure that they get the biggest price possible. And from Liverpool's perspective, if we're paying 85 for Savio, that's not the greatest benchmark for us.
No, definitely not. But you know what? I'm sick and tired of talking about figures. Just get them in. Spend all the money. Who cares anymore? Release the coffers. It seems like we've been doing that all summer anyway. So, you know what?
Long gone are the days of Sim going, you know what? I'll pay 30 million for him, but not 35 million.
I don't care anymore. We're going to pay 70 anyway. What's another 5 million, eh? Between friends. We're getting, hopefully, let's get Rishi out the door. Sarr, we'll talk about him in a minute. Hopefully, there'll be some sales. So we get a bit of money out. We get Gakpo in for big money. And it just completes the squad, doesn't it, in the front forward line?
Yeah.
If that's what it takes, I don't really care paying a little bit more.
Heard from Spurs says it's no guarantee, but with the signing of Barcola, Gakpo race is on. It seems that City is prioritising Njai. Fee likely to be around 70 to 75 million. Again, there is no guarantee, but we are in a good position. And that's a good point as well, because we heard about City's interest at the back end of last week. And now we're hearing about City trying to pursue Iliman Njai. So whether it's that's because Liverpool, well, there could be a various of explanations for this.
He's heard he's got his heart set on Tottenham. That's what he's heard.
I did say to you a few days ago that I think he gets more game time at Spurs, and I wouldn't be surprised if he chose Spurs over Manchester City. But then it also could just be that they've heard that Liverpool aren't letting him go.
Or not letting him go to City specifically.
Or letting him go to City. That's
exactly. Also possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see. I think this is one we're going to pursue till the last moment of the window. It's going to be one that's going to rumble on. I get a feeling if we don't get Gakpo, we just I don't think we'll sign anyone. I think we might even wait for him. Maybe go back in for him in Jan if something else happens. So that's the feeling I get. Which I think, with Savio and Marmoush in, I know on the face of it, it's only 2 attacking signings this window, but if Kudus back fit, I know I say only, but we needed a whole new attack, didn't we? But with Kudus back fit, with Solanke can get back to his best, if Maddison can get up to speed, and if Fernandes can be a 10, all these different things fall
Too many
into
ifs
place.
for me.
There is a lot of ifs, I guess. I'm not going to be sitting effing and blinding is my point, but I do want another one.
Yeah. Andoni Iraola was speaking about Cody Gakpo, and he said after the performance he had in the first game, I say the same. He's playing very well for us. He's been very good since he's been back from the World Cup. The right attitude, and I hope he can keep to that level. He could be very influential for us. And then he went on to say that when the market is open and we bring in expensive players, I cannot guarantee anything. But I don't know. Our players, I cannot guarantee anything about how many we are going to sign or whatever. Experience tells us if there's an opportunity till the last day, you can do something. So he doesn't seem convinced that Cody Gakpo is staying at the club. You look at that compared to like Marco Rose talking about Alex Scott. He's saying 100% Alex Scott is staying at Spurs.
Exactly.
Zerbi said 100. Yeah, he said 100% Lucas Bergvall is staying. Arteta came out 100% Lewis Skelly is staying at Arsenal, but he doesn't seem that convinced about Cody Gakpo.
Exactly. Ask yourself, if he was asked about Szoboszlai, what would his answer be? It wouldn't be that, would it?
Exactly.
So that tells me that there is an opportunity there, and they're very open to letting him go, and he's. It doesn't seem convinced he's definitely going to be saying, they're open to selling him. That's what it tells me. If you're reading between the lines there, that's quite a clear indication that there could be movement here.
Exactly.
And let's hope it happens.
Do you think it happens? I think it does.
I'm starting to think it does, yeah.
I think it does.
I'm starting to lean towards it does, because that answer... Look, things change very quickly in football. Maybe tomorrow they say, you know what, Sarr's not happening, Minter's not happening, Gakpo ain't going anywhere. That could happen. But right now, there's a lot of movement going on. If Barkley's already through the door, if they can get one more, and it looks like they're trying hard to, then we get Gakpo, and I think that's going to happen.
There's no talk about Liverpool bringing in a striker. We know Ekitike's out for a while. I actually think there's only talk about Liverpool bringing in wingers, right? I still think if they don't bring in a striker, they're mad to let him go, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they're absolutely crazy to let him go.
But on the flip side, you're right. Like in the short term, like they're not going to have an option as backup to Isaac. But if you're Gakpo, you're like, you're going to keep me for a few months, and then when Ekitike's back, I'm out in the cold. Like, is that right? Like,
yeah, but they got to do what's best for Liverpool Football Club.
I understand that, but they've got Ekitike back soon-ish. Not soon.
Like, if that was the situation with Spurs, right, and we let him go and we only got one fit striker from now until January, we'd be losing our shit.
Yeah, true. We would be.
So, there you go. Let's see what happens in the coming days. We heard about reports of Emi Martinez and Spurs' interest for Emi Martinez. However, Fabrizio Romano has said that Tottenham currently are not involved in the Emi Martinez race, as they are happy so far with Kinski and Dubravka as the two choices.
No mention of Austin?
For keeper. No mention of Austin.
Not happy with him?
There was also another link to another keeper.
Yeah, Turbin.
Yeah, him as well.
Turbin?
Antonio Trubin. Apparently, De Zerbi was interested in him at Brighton as well. But in terms of Emi Martinez, I mean, that Chelsea move looks like it's set to happen.
I just can't see it happening with Tottenham. We don't really have the squad space. Like, one of Kinski and Dubravka is going to have to leave if he comes in. I can't see us having Kinski and Martinez and Dubravka. And as well, we just don't have the foreign players. So I think that's all. It was a non-starter, I think. It was always a non-starter.
Let's talk about Pape now, because something's going on with Pape Matar Sarr. Tasha Tavaleri says that Pape Matar Sarr wants the Monaco move, but Nottingham Forest could change everything. Lasana Kamara says that Pape Matar Sarr is in Nottingham Forest sights now. Forest has initiated discussions for Pape Matar Sarr, and the exchanges are currently underway between the various parties. So Pape Matar Sarr coming under interest for Nottingham Forest now.
Yeah, interesting. Is that evidence of them pivoting from Bergvall as well?
Yeah, 100%.
Because obviously they made bids for him and we've turned them down. So it'd be interesting if he ends up at Forest, him in that double pivot role, And I think he's definitely got the legs and energy to do it under Glasner. I think he could do quite well there.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's kind of the Anderson replacement they were looking for.
No, but I think it's a different role in a different system.
It's also true.
So I don't think you're looking. Well, obviously they would love Elliot Anderson in the team, but Glasner has different ideas. To what's his name? Who was the last manager?
Not Nuno. Pereira,
exactly. So every manager has different needs and wants, and like you said,
still
I think
a downgrade.
It is a downgrade for sure, but I think Sarr could still do very well there.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder if he's the only. They might go for another one on top of him, I would think, but I think that could be a good smart signing.
Yeah, running out of time to get multiple signings in, but Sarr's definitely one that's going to leave before the end of the window. Still no kind of talk about Richarlison or anything. So
but the thing is, at this rate, he is going to be left out of the squad.
Yeah, you'd think so.
I mean,
I don't
who
understand
else?
when because he's played already this season.
Yeah, but you can finalise the squad. You can still be left out even after playing.
So before the transfer window shuts, there's no squad rules, or there are.
There are, but they're not fixed in stone.
So does that mean
They're changeable.
Richarlison can't be in the squad this weekend then? Because we've got 2 new signings in.
I'm trying to remember off my knowledge from Football Manager when the window was open, because I remember once the window closed, then you set it in stone. I guess he could be, but I don't think he will be.
But
maybe he can't be. Yeah, maybe he can't be. Yeah, it's possible he can't be in the squad because too many.
Yeah. And last but not least, there's been an update regarding Dane Scarlett, and obviously Dane Scarlett out in the cold at Tottenham. Peter O'Rourke says that Dane Scarlett is on the radar for several League One clubs, including Reading, Huddersfield, Notts County, Leyton Orient, Burton and Wimbledon, as they look to bring in another striker.
Yeah, that's the level he's at the moment.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because once upon a time, very high hopes for him. Remember Jose Mourinho talking about him, saying this guy's a diamond and all this kind of stuff. I had massive hopes for Dane Scarlett. And even when we were on the tour in Korea, do you remember we were watching him being like, this guy's like the best striker, best finisher that we have at the football club. So I do think there's a player in there, and I do think he has talents. Just for one reason or another, it just hasn't worked out for him.
Look, finishing just isn't enough. I know it's all well and good being a finisher, but if you can't get the chances or you can't get yourself in positions or you can't hold off defenders, it's not going to make a difference how good a finisher you are. So I hope he goes on to have a good career, and I do think Tottenham have been very guilty of really hampering his development. Wrong loan moves, not enough game time, all these different things that has led him to being a 22-year-old down in the wilderness at this point. So I feel bad for him, because I think in an alternate universe there could be a good striker here at this age, but unfortunately I think Tottenham are to blame here for how they've handled him.
Yeah, I mean, look, every loan spell has been a disaster for him. That's the reality. So we'll see what happens.
Just quickly, going back to what you were saying about Rishi, I think you would think, like, let's say this weekend, if it's a movable squad, you would say Xavi and Odubel wouldn't be included, right?
That's
so
true.
then Rishi can come in.
Yeah, that's a good point. But that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all the news stories that we have brought you today.